Wilderness and Trails program at Inyo National Forest partners with volunteer organizations to maintain 350 miles of trails in 4 wilderness areas. Each year, volunteers from the Backcountry Horsemen of America, Friends of the Inyo, Pacific Crest Trail Association, Student Conservation Association, and several school and church groups lend a hand to make our trails easier for recreationists to use and to protect water quality nearby. Rick Laborde coordinates the program to fit each partner organization with unique trail projects.
This year we've had many partnership organizations help us do trail maintenance, and that involves everything from brushing to logging out sections of trail to doing rock work and building water bars and building check dams, maintaining the structures that are already in the trail. Without this kind of help, we'd soon have a trail system that was lost.
One project in 2009 focused on restoring the Pacific Crest Trail at Donahue Meadows in the Ansel Adams Wilderness.
We're helping to make sure that when water from the top of the hill comes down, that it doesn't flood the trail, because then people walk around the trail and they trample a lot of grass and a lot of bushes just to avoid the water.
I've been on like rock duty, so I collect like rocks about this size to this size and then really small ones to fill out the ground between like big rocks.
Many of these kids that we have come out, they leave with small goals accomplished, like moving huge logs they never thought they could move before, or that big stone they never thought anyone could move.
I don't think it's happening.
And it's not just students that volunteer. The Pacific Crest Trail Association spent a week working on the PCT near Deer Creek.
One of the things that people don't realize is that somebody came out here and did this, and it's not just something you do once, it's something that's ongoing all the time, and I think it makes you a more aware and better hiker, and it also provides a really valuable, it's a valuable gift to give to everybody else in the hiking community.
We've spent a lifetime, many of us here in the Forest Service, learning primitive skills, and we try and teach those primitive skills to these young kids and older volunteers. These are things that, for the most part, aren't taught anymore, and without us teaching them, wilderness will suffer in the future. How work is accomplished in wilderness is all with primitive tools.
All of us could go away and come back with our friends and see that little water bar there? I spent a whole day building that. That kind of ownership really creates lasting and good volunteer experiences. I mean, that really stays with you, and it makes you want to get out here and do it again.
It's a place where technology stays home, and you go out and learn about nature and what nature can give to you and what you can give back to nature.
This is the first time I've been out in the backcountry, so it's been pretty cool.
I've done a little bit of backpacking, not like a whole lot, but yeah, trails are great.
It's beautiful, and the work is hard, but it's doable, and I love the area.
It's hard and you have a heavy backpack, but when you get up to the top of a peak or something, it's totally worth it because it's totally beautiful out here.
I've learned a lot about rolling rocks.
It's been a good test of my strengths, getting through each day and being compatible with my group. The amount of space and stuff, it's really relaxing, and there's no stress, and it's not like, oh, I have to do homework, I have to do this, I have to go pay for this. It's like, I just get to sit here and enjoy it, and it doesn't cost me anything except for a permit.
Spirit-wise, it's just really nice being out here. You learn a lot about how if you don't have a trail, it really kills the wilderness, and that's really nice to have these trails so that everyone can enjoy the outdoors.
For a lot of agencies, it's tough to imagine that volunteers can really come out and do something useful. They just see it as, oh, now I have to spend extra time getting ready to host volunteers and work with volunteers. And actually, I found that with the trail work, as opposed to some other kinds of volunteer activities, there really are material things that people can do, and it makes a big difference.
The Inyo Wilderness and Trails program strives to build lasting partnerships for the benefit of future generations.
Maybe some of these folks will come back and work with us in the future, or get a job with the Forest Service. It's not going to be long before we're going to really need to do some recruiting in this organization.
I had the experience of meeting people who've been through the California Conservation Corps and some SCA volunteers who've gone on to environmental careers. I mean, it's a great entry-level experience for folks. So I think it's really worth investing in those kinds of things and bolstering them, keeping them going at the same time, adding some capacity on the government end just to manage the amount of volunteers who are willing to come out.
We really need help from volunteers, from people who have a genuine interest in learning about the Forest Service, and learning about wilderness and doing trail work.
If it wasn't for volunteers, I'm sure we wouldn't be able to maintain the trails.
I'll give them all this work for the summer, and I also get this experience. I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life, and it's just, I don't know, it's awesome out here.
The Student Conservation Association, the Friends of the Inyo, the Backcountry Horsemen of America, the Pacific Crest Trail Association have all been very instrumental in the last few years in helping us accomplish our goals of trail management, our goals of wilderness management. Without them, we wouldn't have gotten anywhere near the amount of work done that we've been able to accomplish these last few years. Many thanks to all the partners and all the volunteers who've helped us. Thank you.